Today we're going to be talking about how to read women. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and go ahead and hit that notifications button if you haven't already. Okay, today we're going to be talking about how to read women from a Sigma male's point of view. Now, I got a good response from the Sigma male video, so on my channel, I'm going to be speaking more directly about Sigma males versus alpha and beta, even though I'm going to be using a lot of alpha and beta references. But being that I have most of you are Sigma males, I think that I'm going to start gearing more in that direction to help you get a better understanding of who you are and a better understanding of women. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to read a woman as a Sigma male. You have to realize you're already quiet. You already stay to yourself. You're already the lone wolf. Now you have to learn to people watch. You've already been people watching. It's just that you haven't been people watching the way I'm going to teach you how to people watch. That's going to make you a better person to strategize. So you need to start looking at yourself as more of a Jason Bourne type guy, because that's what you got to be. You have to understand the world is out to capture you and make you part of their agenda because they programmed you, but you broke that cycle. All right? Always think about Jason Bourne and Bourne Supremacy with Matt Damon. Remember, he was programmed to think a certain way. And then he broke that mindset. And he went back to his goal was to stop the cycle with everybody else. But they tried to catch him before he can get to everybody else. And they just couldn't catch him. That's how society is to you as a Sigma male. You're the male that broke out of that beta male cycle. You don't want to go too much into alpha because you know too much information. So now you're the lone star that's moving by yourself. Now you must learn how to master reading women. All right? So the first thing that you want to do whenever you're learning women is first you have to spot her ethnic group. And the reason why you have to spot her ethnic group is because majority of people, not all, grow up in their ethnic group. They're always around their ethnic group. So if you grew up around Spanish people, you spent most of your childhood only around Spanish people. Same thing with blacks. You may have went to school with mixed people, but your day-to-day life was around black people. And if you were white, your day-to-day life was with white people. See, we always start off with our ethnic groups. And as we get older, then we start to blend in with every nationality. But then when you get around 30s and 40s, you start returning back into your ethnic group because it becomes natural. You have a lot of people that leave the Spanish community and go hang out with white people for a while. They don't like it, and then they come back into the Spanish community. It's like that with blacks too. A lot of blacks are around a lot of blacks when they're younger. Then as they get older, they're around a lot more white people because they're starting to work with whites, go to school with whites, play sports with whites. But then as they get older, a lot of black men start coming back into the black community. So you have to understand a woman's ethnic group at first because she still has some type of culture in her that reverts back to the color of her skin and her ethnic. Even though we all want to say that we're the same. No, that's just how we're supposed to be when we walk around day to day. But we still have a backing that we hide from others. So once you recognize her ethnic group, then that helps give you a better understanding as to what type of person she could be. All right? Next, you must identify her height. All right? Now, once you identify a woman's height, you need to understand this. The taller she is, the more insecure she is. The shorter she is, the more dominant she's going to be, the more confident she's going to be. You're going to notice all of the most confident women in the world and bossy women are short women. So please understand, the taller she is, The more insecure she's going to be, the shorter she is, the more confident and the more dominant she's going to be. Right? Next, you must identify her hair length. I've made videos on this. Identifying the hair length is a good key. All right? The shorter the hair, the more problems she's been through, the busier she's going to be. All the way down to the bald, almost bald, a lot of problems. Medium to here, feminist look, she's busy. She works all the time. Long hair, looking for a man to marry that got money. The longer the hair, the more she's looking for a man that got money. Girls that have medium lengths normally end up getting a job being a supervisor. But long hair is always looking for a man that's going to pay for her to get out of her situation. She's willing to play that submissive role. So once you identify the height, put the height with the hairdo. All right? Short girl, short hair are mainly going to be dating women. Mainly going to be dating women. You're going to see I see a lot of beautiful black women in the hood with a lot of short hair, short, nice booty, titties with women. Remember, the shorter the hair, both together, going to be with women. Short women, long hair, fake. Every short girl I've seen with long hair was always fake. All right, so identify the hair length. All right, next, dress code. Dress code is very important because this is the part where guys get blind at. All right, the less clothes she has on, the more insecure she's going to be and the most delusional. The more clothes that she has on, the smarter she's going to be. So understand, girls that are smart are going to wear more clothes because they realize the weakness of men. They know if a man looks at me and I'm looking provoking, he's going to talk and act a certain way towards me. But then you have other women, they're going to be like, I need the attention. I need to do this. I need the attention more than I need to be respected. The attention weighs a lot more, so she wears a lot of less clothes. But she's the most delusional because she lures men in with her body and less clothes, but then she uses their attention to put herself on a pedestal that she's never even reached before. So with a woman, it's like a bait and switch. I'm going to bait in these guys with my body, and then I'm going to use their attention to boost up my ego. The girl that wears the most clothes is going to be a woman that loves to debate all the time. So understand that you're dealing with a stronger woman, the more clothes that she wears on her body. So when you go back and you put all this together, just to recap so far of where we're at, first identify the ethnic group. All right, that'll let you know. Like with me, when I come across black women that have like a white woman's mindset, I know she's very insecure. Because when black women act like white women the most, they're the weakest. A black woman that acts like a black woman, you're going to get different results and she wears some more clothes. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a different thing. It's the same thing with Spanish. When you got Spanish out there trying to mimic it, they're at their weakest. So watch their ethnic group, because a white girl that tries to act black or tries to act urban is always weak. She's always the weakest one in the hood. All right? Recognize the hair length, recognize the clothes, recognize how tall she is. Put it all in together now. And what this does is, this gives you an assumption of what her personality is like. Once you're able to put all this together without saying a word to her, you're going to do all of this. And then I want you to try to figure out if you're correct or not. That's where you're going to have to learn to approach her and talk to her. But that's a whole nother video. But for now, when you break down her ethnic group, where she looks, how she talks, the clothes she's wearing, now that makes it easier for you when you do approach, and that makes it easier for you to take whatever she can give back to you. See, the more you break this stuff down, the more you learn about a woman, the more powerful you're going to be. Then you're going to be able to use the phrase, the slower you move, the faster she will. A lot of you guys don't understand that because you ain't got the knowledge of women yet, of women. But you're a Sigma male. So in other words, it's going to be easy for you to block out the rest of the world in order for you to learn the knowledge of a woman better than every other guy. Because the beta male is trying to conquer her by being nice and with materialistic things. The alpha male is trying to conquer her by just being dominant and wanting to have sex with her and telling her what she wants. The thing is, the alpha male is dying out and the beta male is too needy. The sigma male is what she's going to run to get mental stimulation. So instead of you getting caught up in the hype of delusional beauty, let me explain to you what delusional beauty is. That's where you're going so long without sex that girls that you normally wouldn't find attractive starts looking attractive to you. But what you got to do is you got to take in how to read a woman so you don't lose focus of who you are and give yourself false delusion of someone you like that you really don't like. This is how a lot of guys that have decent jobs and very good looking guys end up with busted baby mamas, because they fell under that delusional attraction because they went so long without having sex. So start reading women, start studying women, and then I'm going to make videos on what you do, how to approach her. But first, you need to learn how to people watch. Start watching women and then start breaking them down from head to toe and telling yourself what type of girl she is. All right? This is Anthony Spade. Hasta la vista.